Well, hello. Welcome, everybody, to the Detroit Cast with Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Michael.
How are you, my friend?
Great, man.
Oh, I'm stuffed.
Yeah, Twin Peaks Day.
Yeah, it's Twin Peaks Day. It's my favorite day. Honestly, it's my favorite day because I don't have to worry about ordering anything.
You're talking about Twin Peaks
anything.
Member Sunday, where they bring us a bunch of great food.
Yeah,
Eats,
they sure
drinks,
did.
and scenic views.
And drinks. Don't forget the drinks. I'm half in the bag already. I'm drinking Long Island's for 2 hours, for Christ's sake.
That'll do it.
There's a lot of liquor in Long Island. I don't know
There
if
really
you're aware
is.
of that, but it's like
Those
one of
will
those.
sneak up on you.
They don't even really sneak up. They just, if you got a heavy-handed pour, it's over. It's fucking over. It's like those, those bowls of liquid that they would, you
The
get
shark bowl?
Yeah, you put 10 straws in it, and
Yeah.
all the girls go crazy, and then you got to carry them home a couple hours later. Those spring break days. Anyways, it is Member Sunday, and Ed Grabo is the member winner. Edward should probably win every week because he's been a superior member since day
Done
fucking
yeoman's
one.
work, I'd say.
Oh, I'm surprised he's even in here. He's got shit to do out back, around the house, and so we'll let him stay for the first half hour or
dig a
so,
trench or something,
he's
right?
got to get his ass out there. And our favorite Bailey. Bailey is like, I don't know, did you work for the Detroit Cast now, or are you still technically with Twin Peaks?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever you prefer, I suppose.
I love it. She's like taking over the reins of this whole Member Sunday thing, and she's our girl. And so she brings in the girls, the food,
all the goods.
All the goods. And you fucking nailed it this week. That was so good. I love that chicken. I love the chicken strips and the Philly cheese chicken thing that I ate. Oh, that was so good. So delicious. And then we got Danica as well.
Hello.
From Madison Heights. Hi, Danica.
Madison Heights, yes.
Yeah.
I come here with Bailey.
Yeah. Did you guys have fun?
Lots of fun.
You mix a good drink.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do have a heavy hand as well.
I know.
I hope you're feeling good.
I am feeling good. So are the people. I can see the smiles and the people behind the Costas are here, and so it's always fun. You guys barbecue burgers; those were so good.
Yeah.
What did you eat anything, Jay? Have you
I did.
eaten?
No, I
You missed out.
got some water.
Diet water. Yeah, can you bring a diet water and a diet salad? No dressing. That's what Jay will
Yeah.
eat.
I ate before I came
Next
over.
Member Sunday, I will. I'll bring a salad just for you.
No dressing
Just
or
pick on some
toppings.
leaves
Just
from the trees.
Some grass clippings, some bird seed.
All
whatever.
right.
No, I rag on Jake. He rags on me. I'm fat, so I eat bad stuff. I love it. So anyways, thanks, you guys. We had Philly cheesesteak. We had chicken cheesesteak.
Lots of fries. They look
Barbecue
delicious.
burgers, the Long Islands. Yeah, it's so fun. So thank you guys so much for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Do we know what we're going to do
Thank
next
you.
week?
I don't know. Whatever your heart desires.
Oh,
I gave you a
man.
menu.
Oh, boy. I know. I had a menu. I was like,
You
you
tell
don't want
me.
me in charge of the menu.
I already asked for the
tell
burger
me.
with the egg in it, so there's
Yeah.
that.
So
Oh,
the
what-
hangover.
No
Yeah.
The
mushrooms.
hangover.
I might be hungover next weekend
Yeah,
too, so that'll be
Nothing with
perfect.
mushrooms.
Yeah, the mushrooms are illegal in this house. You're not
Yes.
allowed to bring mushrooms, in here.
Mushrooms are prohibited.
That's a rule. That's a house rule.
Yeah.
And so you'll get the hangover burger.
Yeah.
You're gonna need that next week.
I think so. So yeah.
And then I wanted that pecan pie again and the
You
ice
want
cream.
the pecan pie?
I want all the desserts basically.
Okay.
Yeah, just bring in all the desserts. Those are
Alright.
Bring the
good.
cart.
Yeah, just bring the whole cart to the
Sweet
table.
Tooth Day?
Yeah.
Hey,
Sweet Tooth Member Sunday?
Bailey, before we let you go, though, are you going to apologize for spoiling Game of Thrones
Oh
for
my
everyone?
God.
You called the
my
exact
God.
plot line.
I know.
You Babe Ruth that.
I know. It kind of sucked. I
She
was
did
really
Babe Ruth.
upset.
Dude, I had people personally texting me going, "That fucking bitch, she ruined Game of Thrones." I had people that were like, "I would have come over there and strangled her myself had I not waited till I listened to your show the next morning after I'd watched it, and god damn it if she wasn't right."
Well, it's not like
Yeah.
she works for the production
I
company
know.
or something. You know, she just
That's what I didn't understand.
Called
There
her
were
shot.
a
It was
lot of
just-
people guessing
It was
it.
like really in your face. And I don't know, like if you're a hardcore fan, you pay attention to detail. And there was a lot of detail. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they only had 6 episodes, there was a lot of like info to cram in. So,
So it was an educated guess, but you didn't have inside information. It's not like you knew someone on staff at HBO that told you like, "Oh yeah, wink, wink. Here's who's."
no.
But they were not happy. So you're gonna have to work overtime to
I'm
make.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'll try not to be so smart all the time, okay?
Whoa, jeez.
I honestly, when you said it, I was like, "What are they pissed about?" I didn't think she gave anything away or said any.
Oh no, I get like, well, that's why I was like, are you sure you want me to say
Maybe they
something?
were-
And you're like, yeah, go
Right.
ahead, let's get it going, say it.
Well, I thought you had like a friend or something that worked there. That's what I thought you were saying was like.
No.
Didn't the way she worded it?
Yeah, she did. No, she
There-
did.
there
You
was-
worded it in a way.
In a way, way that it made it sound like you knew someone.
There was an article that I came across that lined up exactly with what I was thinking, and so when I read that, I was like, this is kind of like verifying everything that I was thinking is coming to fruition.
Yeah.
And then I went home that night and I watched the episode, and I was just like, honestly, I like, it was like contemplating, like, do I want to slit my wrist or do I not? Because like that was so horrible.
Yeah.
But it was like, you waited so long for this season, and then you watch it, and then you're just let down. It's just like, why did
Were
I
you
just
bummed?
wait?
People
Yeah,
were so
literally.
bummed.
It felt worse than a breakup. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my
like you
God.
just invested all this time into this show, and then it's like it lets you down.
Yeah,
and
8
you're
years.
just like, what the hell?
And poor Kid Harington. I mean, he's exhausted. He's to the point of exhaustion. He's at $120,000 a month place, getting fixed because he's so exhausted.
Infinity
and
pools,
alcohol.
etc. Yeah.
Alcohol is an issue, but mostly just the exhaustion we're dealing with. But yeah. Anyways, thanks you guys so much for coming in. We'll do it again next week. It's next week, right? Ooh, I believe it is.
We might skip a week. I'm not
skip a
exactly
week?
sure.
I can't really hungover that weekend too. So let's
Yeah, so he's going to
Bring
need the
on the
hangover.
hangovers?
Yeah, bring on the
All right.
hangover burger.
You got it.
Thanks, you guys,
Hangovers
Bailey and
pecan
Danica.
pie.
And
you.
go to Madison Heights, right? That's where they can see you and
Yep.
harass you, come bother you.
Don't harass me.
No, they won't harass you. They'll be nice.
Yeah, our listeners are real nice.
Huh?
They're real nice. They're freaking
Yeah, they're
threatening her because of the Game of Thrones.
No,
Like,
that's Bailey. Don't take that out on Danica.
I think they just could put a face to it. Like, you're on this show, so they're like, it's her fault. Not they
That's
should be
the
mad
one.
at the
Where is
executive.
she?
Right.
Where's
Whoa.
Bailey?
I'm just
Everybody
saying they
needs a
should be mad
villain.
at the executives,
Yeah.
not
Listen,
Bailey. But
I could disappear.
Our listeners
I
are
have
absolute
multiple-
monsters,
I
so
have multiple
just
looks,
wait.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It'd
well,
be hard to find me.
our audience is super loyal. They're great, but they can be fucking assholes. So
Yeah.
if any of them show up,
All right.
there's a few of them sitting right over here. Can be
I'll make
real
sure to hide
cocksuckers.
in the back.
There you go.
If they ever mention you guys and get that free chips in case,
There you
I'll-
go, there
I'll
you
run
go.
to the
What a
back
plug.
real quick.
Yeah, if they ask for you specifically,
I'll be like, I'm not
take
working.
one of the boys
I don't
with
know
you.
who you're talking about.
Well, you can still
who's
come
that
get
person
drinks
who
from
ruined
me.
Game of Thrones for me?
Yeah. Yeah. You. I
I'll
hope
still
they don't
make
come
you
after.
some drinks.
There you go. Yeah, you'll make some
Just to
heavy-handed
make
drinks.
it up.
Make it up.
Just come ask.
Perfect. And you're right. Chips and queso on the house if you mention the Detroit cast. So
Yep.
at any of the Twin Peaks locations.
Yep.
Thanks, you guys. We'll do it again either next week or the week after.
Thank you.
Jay, it was a fucking zoo around here.
Is that right?
Oh my God! I don't know what you did over the weekend, but there were more like men here than have ever been in this house before. It was crazy.
How do you convince all these men's to come
Oh,
over and do your
well,
stuff?
They're good people, Jay, is what they are. And I called in the troops. I was like, you know what? T-Roy's daughter has a birthday coming up, and they wanted to throw a party here. I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but we got to clean this backyard up. And plus, I'm trying to sell, so whatever we can do. And so I was like, you know what? Why don't we just call a bunch of people that we know are fucking good dudes and capable workers and don't mind helping out and see if any of them want to come by and do something. And so it was like Ed, Travis Bully,
Hot Easus.
Hot Easus, yep. T-Roy, of course. Easus came by. Christine Starr, and she brought her fucking kids, Nick and Ty. They were great. And Dustin Gravitt, who called me fat online. I told him to fuck off online, and we patched things up. And he came over. And dude,
Doing his penance, is that what this was?
yeah,
More
sort
about
of.
his penance
Yeah.
for his-
Turns out he's a deck guy, and so I was like, all right, cool, yeah, bring him over, and we had it out. We had a little screaming match in the yard for a minute about him calling my fingers fat or something.
Your finger.
In a picture, yeah, he made some sort of fucking
Like sausages?
Sausage.
Yeah.
I fucking dude, the sausage thing. I don't
That
know what it
bothers
is. Well, it's call me fat fucker. Just call me fat to my face. Don't do this old. Look at those little sausage links. No, fuck. And so I did all caps. Fuck you and fuck anyone else who thinks I'm fat. Fuck off, you body shaming asshole. Something along those lines. And then he was like, dude, I was just talking about your fingers being in the sun, man. I wasn't even making a fat joke. It's like, well, a little sensitive sometimes. Don't mind me. But dude, these guys came over and just between all of us, it just hammered it out back there. And of course, it's like you start doing something, and then within 5 seconds, you realize, that's going to require a lot more work than I thought. Going to have to tear all that up. And to have able-bodied guys. Dude, Costa was in the backyard with a headset on and one of those things where you find metal. Like the metal detectors.
Yeah.
Looking things. He's got a
Sweeping
fucking...
for mines, or what's
Nah,
he doing?
no, I thought he was just looking for spare change. I was like, really, cheapskate? You're here to work. You're out there fucking scouring the neighborhood for coins.
Oh, it's Franklin. You never know, dude. Here,
I know,
man.
right?
There could be.
But it seemed inappropriate. I was like, the neighbors gonna be like, look at this. Who is this fucking weirdo with cars in the driveway all day, every day? And now he's got people over here looking for loose change in the fucking yards of Franklin. But no, he was looking for wires.
Yeah, basically
the sprinkler
doing
system.
the misdig thing, huh?
Oh, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And then anytime you bring the Costas over, they don't leave. They were here till 4 a.m, hot tub abound, like crushing the hot tub till 4 a.m.
Nice.
Yeah, with T-Roy and everything. It was a lot of fun. And I can't thank you guys enough for coming by and doing all the work. I was shocked at how hard workers these guys are. They didn't stop. Even he's machines. These guys were fucking machines.
Yeah,
It was
looks
really
good back
impressive.
there. It's really good.
It's coming around.
I'm only good if you tell me what to do, though. Like, I need direction. I need direction with that shit. I can't.
That is so true.
Right. I just need you to say, I don't care if it's weeding. Just go, here, this area, start weeding. Because if you don't do that, I'll just stand around and kind of go like,
Yeah,
oh.
he was like kind of following me around like a lost puppy at one point, and he'd done a lot already. He'd done plenty. And I knew he had to leave. He was doing dinner with his mom. It was a gift to her, and so he's
a very late gift. But
yeah.
Yes.
So she cashed it in, and
Right.
so he's taking her to dinner on her, and so he's right. I'm like, so are you done? You gonna call it a day? And he's like, no, I just I don't know, got something to do. I'll do it, but you got to tell me. I was like, well, you want to weed some more? Yeah, where? I was like, I don't know, anywhere you see a weed, just walk around. If you see a weed, pull it. He's like, yep. 2 hours later, he's out there. He's just fucking weeding his shit. And it's like,
Boy, he's this good boy.
he really does need to just be told. You
Yeah.
know, like, see this area right there? That's
Right.
yours. Just dirt at.
Right, for sure.
And he did good. They all did good. So it was a lot of fun. How was your weekend?
Yeah, I had almost an equal amount of fun. I was at a dance recital this afternoon.
How'd you do? Did you win?
I was not in
place?
it. I was not in it, but my little tiny girl.
Tiny girl.
It was the year-end dance recital, and
Yeah.
so she was in 3 numbers, which
Okay.
if you add up the costume charges,
12 grand this year
it's
in?
insane, dude. She's just on
Well,
the rec team.
it's not like she's not gonna wear it again. I mean,
Right, she'll
Yeah.
wear her little highlighter yellow hip hop outfit.
Sure,
I'm sure.
sure.
No, she's on the rec team, so it's not the competition team. Which is the competition team. You're talking like I don't know, 15 grand
Yeah.
at least.
is that when you get into the who's the little girl that was murdered in Colorado?
Jean Benet.
Jean Benet. Is that like the Jean Benet level shit?
No, I think she was like a pageant girl. This is
Yeah.
different. This is dance. So, but pretty impressive. I mean, I think that was my response after going to my last one when I came here Sunday
Yeah.
and we did a show. It's like, it does suck to sit there, but it's pretty freaking amazing what these girls do.
Yeah.
But my little tiny girl,
How'd she do?
She got flopped around. She's a
Yeah.
tiny girl,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
they tend to pick her up and
Yeah.
chuck her and stuff,
Yeah, like tiny girl.
which was cool. And then Manny again covered for me on the daddy-daughter dance, which was nice.
Wait,
so
but
Manny slid in. Yeah, he's the brother. I know. He's not
Tiny
the daddy.
girls Manny's not her
Right,
dad.
she's-
So
yeah,
the
I-
father daughter
I
seems
know.
kind of fraudulent.
I was kind of.
Is this when it comes into rec? They
Well,
wouldn't get away with this.
I had other things. I had to coach soccer during both of the rehearsals, and
Yeah.
then I kind of got there a little bit late today. So
So were you dying to do the dance thing, but soccer got in the way? What are you
next
gonna do?
year I'm
Hands
in.
are tied.
Next year I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna circle that day. I'm gonna highlight it. And nothing's getting in the way.
How
of
much
that.
did you have to pay Manny to fucking
Nah,
be?
he's sort of he's got a little cadog in him, and
Yeah.
where it's just like I'll do it, check that one off.
Yeah,
and someday
say I
I can be
did
like,
it.
yeah, I danced in a daddy-daughter dance.
With my sister? Weird. How did he do?
You did well. Yeah,
Yeah? You were proud of him?
Some good athleticism. I liked it.
I wonder how many people in the crowd were like, that is the youngest father I've ever seen in my life. Like, honestly, I've been to 1,000 of these competitions. That
Yeah.
father, what did he have when he was 8?
Yeah, he is 8 years older than her, so just about.
I would have run with it and like, yeah, it was crazy. Crazy accident happened, but he's a young father. What are you going to do?
It's my boy and my
That's my boy.
granddaughter.
Grandpa Jay. Oh, man. I was prepping the show today, and I'm like, I start printing stories. And as the more I print, it's like, okay, these are probably the lead stories, and you eventually get to the horse fuckers, at the end, kind of thing. And I couldn't get past this. It's not. It doesn't deserve probably the lead.
It does.
In most
No, it does.
newscasts. I don't give a shit.
Kenneth Copeland.
I'm looking. I'm like, we're gonna do an hour on this. We're gonna
do a whole
fucking
show on this?
You could do 10 shows on Kenneth Copeland.
This guy, and everybody will remember this guy from the
Pat Robertson?
Maybe it was a Pat Robertson show, but we've played the YouTube a couple times. It's him and another preacher, and they're explaining why they have to own private jets.
Right.
And his explanation is, so he can be away from the demons.
The
demons on public aircraft.
You can't pray like that. You can't talk
Jesse,
to God.
Jesse, you can't talk to God.
Jesse Duplantis.
Kenneth Copeland, Jesse Duplantis, defending their private jets.
And I swear to God, we've watched this probably 6 times on the show.
know.
And I don't care. I'll watch it 60 times. I watched it over the weekend, and I'm like, this is the greatest video ever.
It's
watching
incredible.
These elitist, leaning on religion assholes trying to fucking justify
So
$50
disconnected.
million private jets.
Just so clueless to normal, normal thought process. Like, the regular person, what are they thinking when they're watching? They're just clueless to it.
And how does it not sink in that somebody, like, it's obnoxious. I'm sorry, Kenneth Copeland, you having $760 million is not fucking godly
The
or
Lord
right.
has blessed me.
I'm blessed. And and I love it in the interview we'll play in a minute. The reporter, she did great, by the way.
Dude, I agree.
Great.
She hung in there and was
Hung
just
in,
like,
put up with his idiocy and his baby, sugar, sweetie, all
Yeah.
the patronizing, shit he was saying, this idiot.
this was Inside Edition, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It happened a while ago, too. I don't know why we're just learning about it now, but I think it was October 2018.
Really?
Yes. I thought I saw that. And so he's talking to her, and she goes, the Bible does say it's easier to get into, it's harder for a rich person to get into heaven than a camel through the eye of a needle.
Or a dromedary, whatever.
Dromedary, right. We've all heard that. And he goes, yeah, but the Bible also says with the Lord, all things are possible. It's like, oh, that's your hook. You're going to lean on all things are possible.
I know.
It's pretty specific about the fucking
know.
dromedary and the eye of the needle.
Isn't that
Sir,
something?
it's these, but go back to the original video, E. We can watch that, because watching these two fucking ancient white guys justifying their multiple private jets. I mean, he got, and I don't, okay, go ahead. Just play.
Speaks for itself.
It does.
I had just finished, me and Creflo Dollar were preaching. Had a glorious meeting. So I was, for lack of a better way to say it, I was spiritually high. I said, people were saved, touched, and blessed. Got in the plane that God so graciously gave us. We're flying home. As I was going home, the Lord, real quickly, he said, Jesse, do you like your plane? Now,
Seems like
I
a fair
thought
question.
That's an odd statement. I said, well, certainly, Lord. He said, do you really like it? And I thought, well, yes, Lord. Then he said this, so that's it?
Oh.
I didn't know how to handle it. I went, what? He said, you're going to let your faith
Gulfstream
stagnate?
6 it is.
And when he said that, that shocked me. I went, whoa, wait. I literally unbuckled my seatbelt in my plane. I stood up. My pilots looked at me and said, do you need something? I said, no, I'm talking to God right now. And he went back
Here
to
we
flying.
go, right here.
I said, Lord, I don't think I was letting my faith stagnate.
You could have done that.
He said, so this is all I could ever do. I said, you're trying to tell me something.
Yeah.
He said, go to the book of Amos. So if you're at the book of Amos, I want to read the scripture.
Let me interrupt here.
You couldn't have done that on an airliner.
No, sir. No way.
Stand up and say, what'd you say, Lord?
No.
Okay, no, yeah. And the guy sitting over there saying, what the hell does he think he's doing? You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
This is so important.
only do that in a
And
Gulf
those
Stream.
of you that are just now coming into these things, in the first place,
So phony.
It's
Jesse and I and others, Keith Moore and Creflo and all of us,
I'll have a
the
snake oil
world
salesman.
is in such a shape, we can't get there without this.
No.
That's right.
We've got to have this. We would have, the mess that the airlines are in today,
The mess
I
of
would
the air-
have to stop. I'm being very conservative. At least 75 to 80, more like 90% of what we're doing. 'Cause you
The
can't
jump
get
from
there.
75
It's
to
impossible.
90.
Yeah.
So
It's impossible.
And this was such a good illustration. I just the Lord impressed me. That's why we're on that airplane. We can talk to
it.
God.
Glory to
We
God.
can. We,
It's true.
it's when I was flying for Oral Roberts, the brother Deweese, my boss on the airplane, he said, "Now, Kenneth, this is sanctuary. It protects the anointing on Brother Roberts." And he said, "You keep your mouth shut. Don't talk to him unless he talks." Because when he's on a meeting, he doesn't talk to anybody but God. Now, Oral
That's
used
rude.
to fly airlines.
Why would you
But
interrupt the conversation
even
with
back
God?
there then, man, it got to the place where it was agitating his spirit, people coming up to him. He had become famous,
dare
and they
you.
wanting him to pray for him and all that. You can't manage that today.
Right.
This
Imagine the
dope-filled
common folk
world.
needing prayer.
Needing
right?
prayer.
Long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right.
Yeah, a
That's
bunch of
exactly
demons.
the
And
truth.
it's deadly.
And it works on you hard. It really does.
So anyway.
Oh, my God.
I wanted
So
to
that's the
make
piece
clear
that the Inside Edition woman latches
Yeah.
onto and questions them about. The demons, the long tube of demons.
Tube of demons. And he fucking does not like being asked that. The rest of this, if you haven't seen it, the rest of this, because we usually kill it about
It's
the
worth
same
the
spot.
5 minutes.
It's worth all 5 minutes. It gets equally absurd as it goes. And it's like, we can't get there. We can't even get there.
Impossible.
It's like,
Impossible.
I don't know, Jesus did it on a fucking donkey, asshole. How about you do that? How about you hop on a donkey? You don't need a $50 million jet. I got such a deal from Tyler Perry. I
Tyler
couldn't
Perry, yeah.
Pass it
Yeah.
up. It would be a sin for me to not take that deal. Oh,
What is he talking about the state of the airlines these days, too? He's like, what the state of the airlines these
state
days?
of the world these
Right.
days. It's like, sounds like they need you in the middle of the common folk more than ever, asshole.
Right.
What are you talking
He
about?
can't do that when people are clutching at him.
Grabbing
Asking
at
for
you,
prayers, by the way.
filthy
Right.
hands, all begging for prayers. It's like, hey, dickface.
It's unreal that these guys are so successful at raising the money they do, but yet they're not spin meisters enough to be able to spin in a coherent way. Like,
Well-
and you're going to see this when he talks to this woman in Inside Edition. It's a complete inability to spin this.
He has to take a break because I got caught off guard.
Yeah.
Caught
And
off
he even
guard.
says a prayer in the middle of
Yeah,
it.
of course. That's your go-to. Take it. That's your take a knee. It's your timeout. It's a timeout in a panic situation. I need to pray. Give me a minute. God's calling me for something. You know, it's so insulting. And I think what
So
it is,
insulting.
Jay, their flock is so gullible to be handing these assholes money all the time. They can swindle them all they want. But when the real world, when real people like us see it, it's like it leaps off the page in
Yeah.
phoniness. And so I think they're so
They're
used
just so
to
used to just-
snowing
yeah, just talking that way and-
morons.
yeah.
They got a congregation filled with sheep that will do anything out of fear.
But I'm
the
sa-
Lord wants you to give me everything you got. And they do.
That's what I said, though, initially. I think there's a complete disconnect as to how the normal population thinks about this. And you're going to see that in this next video where he,
Yeah.
like, dude, spin, man. Let's go. Spin this somehow. And he just keeps on plodding forward. It's like, oh, my God, you look
Yeah.
like a total shyster right now. It's amazing.
It's amazing. And it's bad for, it's bad for everything.
It's such a awful commercial. This and
Yes.
that little Catholic priest thing that went on.
Yeah.
Two really bad commercials for
Yeah,
Christianity.
they're pretty bad. Pretty bad. We're talking about the kid fucking and these guys trying to fucking.
Shysterville.
Yeah, it is, and it's so obvious to us. And the rest of that first video, if you continue playing it, it's like these people acting like we just want to be in nice. If I wanted to get my flying itch scratched, I could go up in my little twin prop. No problem. I get my. No,
Just
we
throwing out
need.
that.
We need these. So Kenneth Copeland Ministries is, they've come out and admitted, he's got other small planes. Like, who doesn't have a dozen small planes? Why wouldn't you?
Right.
But he mainly, in fairness, he mainly uses the Gulfstream.
God's blessed
Go
him.
ahead. Look up, take your time, folks. Look up the Gulfstream 4, 5, 6. These are $50 million jets. Am I right, Travis? 40, 50, $60 million jets. Before you do anything to them, you can add millions of dollars of luxuries to them after that. He jets back and forth, and these are the benefits to having the plane for him. He's able to jet back and forth to help the needy, and he came under
Flying in
fire.
to help the needy in his $50 million plane.
Hold on, let me grab the Gulfstream, fire that up.
Maybe
I'll be
sell
there
the
in no
plane
time.
and give that money to the needy.
Right? You can fix a whole village for $40 million. He came under fire in 2010 after promising he's going to use that jet to help bring relief efforts in Haiti, and then he just blew that off. He never did, and people are like, you fucking dickface. So he claims, let's see, he jets back and forth to help the needy. Ministers can live in a home, and people love this too when they hear this. They can live in a home worth up to $6.3 million, tax-free. After 6.3, once you get to 6.4, you pony up some tax money. So he's got a lakefront mansion in Texas worth $6 million.
Just a modest parsonage.
Sure. Also from time to time he will use the Gulfstream to go on vacations and stuff like that.
65 mil for a G6, by the way.
G6, okay, he's got to get one of those. I mean, are you happy with what you got? Jesse Duplantis, God is asking, by the way, I know you're in a $50 million jet right now, but are you stagnating?
Are you resting on your laurels?
Are you resting? Have you arrived where you need to be? And he's like, well, God, now that I guess I could go for the Gulfstream 6. Why not? It's better. So should we watch the...
Yeah, hit it.
Dude, this is fucking awesome.
Infuriating.
Just say pause at any time, Jay.
Yeah.
At any time.
Dude, his
a bunch of
appearance, his appearance bugs the shit out of me. His manner
I
of
hate
speaking.
him.
I
He's
so
a
hateable.
fucking dude. If you think you're getting into heaven, sir, if there's a heaven, I want there to be a heaven, so this guy can get up there and guy can go, excuse me, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious, dude? You hurt my name more than anybody. Go downstairs. You don't
see it.
belong here.
Demons. Why do you think that?
No, listen to me just a second. Not
Listen
the
how
people.
patronizing too.
The main reason is because of the need. If I flew commercial,
Yeah.
I'd have to stop 65% of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's really the main.
Isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money
No.
did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business. But
Yeah.
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Ooh, bang. Ooh.
God, that's
How do you
I
answer that?
paid. You kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, it's a tough question.
Give me a second here. Let me
Now,
pray.
here, I'd like to give you a chance to catch your breath and have a conversation. We don't want to catch you off guard.
I love Inside Edition. You got to get this now. Hey, you listening to me? My wife thinks Inside Edition is, oh, yeah.
What was that?
Now,
Wow, weirdo.
Fucking
Lord,
creepy as shit.
let me-
Oh,
let
he's
me
praying. Hold on. We gotta
Well,
pray
let
real
me
quick.
let me just ask you a really simple question. A lot
What's
of
up with
people
his
think
eye
it's
color?
Dude,
unbecoming
he is
for a
creepy as
preacher
fuck,
to live a
man.
life of luxury and to fly around in private jets. What's your response to that?
Very simple.
Okay.
Okay. we
It
got
takes
this.
a lot of money to do what we do.
Yeah, it sure does.
We have brought over 100, let's see,
Can you pause it
this,
for one
the
second?
latest.
Oh my
All right,
God.
what's with this cuff, man? He's got a blue suit on, a white cuff, and then it looks like a blue Under Armour.
I think what's going on there, Jay. I think
hell, man?
that's his Superman outfit under there.
Gotcha.
He thinks of himself like that. And so if he were to rip that open, you'd see that giant S there.
He's about to, by the way. He just said like we've raised 100, and he's about to probably do like 100/200, right? Is that what he's gonna do?
I
like,
don't know.
again?
I don't know.
I'm just
You know what?
wondering how much those sunglasses cost that he's holding, whether his hands are manicured, how much it costs to do that hair.
Jay, you and I are what, half his age?
Yeah,
At least,
probably.
and we've got some gray hairs coming in. It's a miracle how much God loves him. He doesn't give him a spot of gray hair, not a
That is
single one.
That is a color of walnut brown / black that is not found in nature, sir.
You find that in an aisle at Home Depot in the stains section is where
Indeed.
you'll find that color.
Quick wax.
And those eyes, they're a fucking blue I've never seen before.
He's
What was he-
so odd looking.
Yeah.
What was that reaction when he said, "My wife loves Inside Edition"? And he kind of went, "Whoa!" Like, what was that?
That was pure panic. The dude has been
Yeah.
in pure panic mode ever since she asked the question. What do you think your donors think?
Dude, he's surrounded by yes men for one. 'cause
Who, by the
he's
way,
worth a
have to be
shitload of
pulling
money.
on his shirt tail right here, like
Probably, but they probably know better than that. I can tell by his fingernails too. Someone's doing that for him. Those are manicured as fuck. He's getting petties and manis,
French
dude.
tip going on there.
Nah, it looks
Look
like
at the
it.
cuticles are beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, someone did that for him. He's not doing that work himself.
no.
He probably pays a pretty penny for that as well. Yeah, those sunglasses. Yeah, I'd love to know what
Right.
those shades cost. And what's he in, a stretch limo here? Or what are we in?
Yeah, I think we
No,
have
I-
more of the SUV kind of
Yeah.
transport
Kind of
to
the
and
look
from
now.
airport. You know?
Yeah. All right, we can keep this rolling. And when he gets interface, see, I know this 11-minute video. Did you watch the whole 11 minutes,
Yeah,
Jay?
absolutely.
See, I saw the 3-minute clip that was going around, and I was like, oh, this is spectacular. So I don't know how. If you want to skip forward at any point, just go ahead. I haven't seen this whole thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Figures just came out. 122 million people to the Lord Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
him personally.
Let me give you another example. Last May,
oh my
I
God!
was scheduled.
Smile. Oh, it's creepy, huh?
It's creepy
Look at
as
that right
shit.
there, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that-
this guy, dude, this rivals the guy in Poltergeist 2 that freaks me
Yeah,
out.
with the hat.
Yeah.
The hat guy, yeah.
Sorry to pause it right there, but that's just how
Yeah.
the eyes were just so.
It's you know what? He's not used
Or-
to getting
Oh,
press
sorry.
press
Lego.
back. This is what you're seeing. You're seeing a man fall apart getting someone pressing back on him.
This is what we always
His
want.
flock doesn't press back. His yes men
Right.
around him don't press back. Nobody does.
It's kind of what we always want, Mike, in a way. Someone finally is like just in his face,
And when he gets all
has to hear it.
crazy and he gives her some retarded answer, she goes, "Hold on. Here's what I was asking. Simple. Bang. Throw it right back in his fucking face. Don't just take a knee and go, okay. Okay. Well, the Lord works in mysterious ways. All right, thanks. Thanks for that answer. Cool. No, I got that. I got that. Mysterious ways. No, seriously, answer this. She's fucking awesome, man. What is she doing at Inside Edition?
I know.
All right, E.
Goes Nigeria. That's a long ways. I had a week off, and I was scheduled for Peru.
Oh my
And
God!
I prayed about it, and I thought,
That guy has sex.
I prayed
I'm
about
not
it.
missing that dedication in Jerusalem.
Look at him, dude.
Oh, my
The
God!
airplanes we had.
You're a weirdo! You're such a weirdo! Holy shit!
I'm not missing.
This is the greatest video ever. This is going to be a parody. This is going to be parodied ad nauseum. I'm not missing that thing in Jerusalem.
Scares the shit out of me, man.
I'm gonna have nightmares
How,
tonight.
can you
for real.
imagine that guy coming up to your kids? Hi, sweet pie. Do you love the Lord? You'd be like, oh shit. No, I don't. I hate whatever that guy loves. Go ahead, E.
Okay.
In that dedication in Jerusalem. Without the airplane that we have that I bought from Tyler Perry, and I didn't pay anywhere. And Tyler's one of the greatest guys.
Oh, yeah.
He made that airplane so cheap for me, I couldn't help but buy it.
Okay, all right, but I want to get to the demons because people are very concerned about that comment.
Heads
Give me
up.
a chance here, Inside Edition. I
me a
love your
chance.
eyes.
I love
And,
your
I love your eyes.
Here's what happened.
Fucking creep.
Yeah.
Here's
We flew
Listen to
in
this.
21
Yeah.
days,
21 days.
Yeah.
70 hours, 40,000 miles.
Great. Every rock
Touched
band in
5 continents
the world does that.
and preached face to face personally
Oh, yeah.
with 125,000 people.
That's it.
Do you
That's
ever
125,000 people.
Dude, go to the big house.
do you
What? Yeah.
ever
Yeah,
use
that's
your
17,
private
right?
jets
That's
to go
Saturday
visit
at
your
noon in the
vacation
fall,
homes,
man.
for
In Ann
example?
Arbor.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Again, getting
Again,
back to the
yeah,
comment.
yeah.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into
Heads
a
up.
tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Ah! And don't you ever say I did.
Shit. Look at that, dude.
He's
Look at
Hollywood
that.
has to call him. This is the best actor ever. Any horror movie should have this as your lead. There's nothing more terrifying than
Yes,
Freddy
yes.
Krueger. Fuck you and your Ginsu knives. Look at that.
Yeah.
Don't you ever. Look at his fucking nail is turning purple.
Yeah, the evil monster who comes off as pious and religious and this, and then it turns out to be evil. Look at him, man.
He's walking. He's just walking slowly behind you, and you're running. And every time you turn around, he's still right there. That's him.
just whistling.
There he is.
Just whistling a hymn.
Just humming to him.
Oh my God, damn!
Don't you ever.
Onward, Christian soldiers marching on to war.
No!
With the cross of Jesus going on before. Dang, man.
Oh, some creepy violin behind him. Oh. Go
it,
ahead.
E.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Back it up 10 seconds. We got to
Okay.
see that again.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so worth it.
Look at, there's kind of quote unquote normal, and then
With a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Holy shit.
We wrestle not with flesh and blood.
Oh, that smile! The
Principalities
smile!
and
He's perfect.
Can you explain what you meant by that term
I
then?
can.
Just explain, because it's really simple. You said you didn't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. What did you mean?
answer the question.
Well, let me ask you.
Do you think
No,
that
no, no,
people that
no, no.
fly commercial are demons?
You give me a chance to talk, sweetheart. I'll explain this,
sweetheart.
But it's a biblical
like your
thing.
eyes.
It's a spiritual thing. It doesn't have anything to do with people.
Oh, no, it did.
People. I love people. Jesus loves people.
Sure.
But people
Look at him.
get pushed in alcohol,
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that's a good place for a preacher to be?
Yes.
And prepare to go
Yes.
preach
Amongst
to a
the
lot
people,
of
yes.
people?
Yes.
When somebody in there is dragging some woman down an aisle, it made me so mad to see that on television. I wanted to punch the guy out myself. I can't be doing that while I'm getting ready to preach.
You just don't like to be around the sinful people or the hurtful people. Is that what you're saying?
Not the people, baby.
Baby.
Not the people.
Baby. Fucking dude, I know. I don't have an answer here. I've never been pushed back so far. Let me pray.
Back during the days that we couldn't do anything else, we had to travel commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
the dark days.
Dark
I-
ages.
Black and white
When
world
I went
days.
to Oral Roberts University, I flew for Oral Roberts. I'm a commercial pilot. So I spent a lot of time in airplanes.
You have how many planes?
We have,
She doesn't give a fuck about his stupid Oral Roberts.
and we still have
Yeah.
our Citation 10. And then we have a little small airplane.
Sure, we
Couple,
have
who doesn't?
We use, and we
How
use
many
them
of us in
all
the
the
room?
time. And other people use them too. We have other ministries that use these. In the book of Ephesians, oh God, I love this. We wrestle not with people, but with principalities and power,
Yeah, again, how many jets do you have?
unseen
Look at that. He gets away with
things,
just this intensity.
rulers
Yeah.
of the darkness of this world. Talking about the devil, he's a very
He's
real
a Sith
devil.
Lord, dude.
Just the same as
He might be a
Jesus
Sith
is
Lord.
a very real
Throw a
Lord.
cloak on him.
Yeah.
Give him a red saber.
Yep.
And I spent a lot of time on airlines.
He is talking out of his ass right
the
now.
main thing that happened was not, that wasn't the main
This is a
reason.
filibuster if you've
The
ever
main
seen
See,
one.
a total
reason-
inability to spin.
Yeah.
He has no idea how to spin.
I'm telling you,
Could
he's
no
not used to the
longer do
pushback.
what I-
None of his sheep will do this to him.
And be on the airlines. Besides that, I need my clothes when I get there.
Yeah, your clothes can't get
And
there.
you have some fancy clothes. I mean, for
I
a
do.
pastor,
I do.
you are living a life of luxury. You've got great homes, you've got great planes, you
Yeah.
drive in limos,
I'm a
and
very wealthy man.
Yeah.
you're a very wealthy man.
Shameless.
Shameless piece
And
of
some
shit.
people would say that
asshole.
is it appreciate?
May I add something to that? My wealth doesn't come from offerings alone.
Yeah, it does.
Alone.
Alone.
You sell things, books and DVDs.
And I have a lot of natural gas on our property.
Oh.
Yeah, that you were able to
Didn't know
purchase
that,
because of all the
did I?
fucking people
Now I
that threw
do.
money your way.
Yeah, the
dickhead.
Isn't that wonderful?
No, it's not. It's an embarrassing
Look
and
at him.
Wonderful
shameful.
for you.
Back
Yeah.
when, and I might add another thing too. We invest from,
He's going to give us a lesson, and you need money to make money.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've
it
scammed
will
so many
run
people that
something
I've been
in the
able to
neighborhood of
reinvest that money in
20,
myself and make
25 million
billions of dollars.
If you want to
Can't
fast
do
forward,
that
get to
and
the
be
point where she talks about her
So
grandparents being both preachers.
Yeah.
And being poor.
Yeah.
And being offended by people like him.
Oh yeah, is that at the very end?
Yeah, it's
Go
at
ahead
the
to the very end.
right about there.
What was the other thing he paused for a second? There was something else he said in there too that I thought.
Oh, it's chock
well,
full of-
we mentioned it. The dromedary getting through the eye, and him hit. I thought that was the lame. Like you can't find a better fucking passage in the Bible than, with God all things are possible. Like really, dude, really. This
yeah.
is shameful on a level that is indescribable.
Let you know,
Just hit it
obviously,
there.
if it's, yeah.
Then are you Abraham's seed and heirs according to his promise. And his promise was great wealth.
The Bible also says that it's more difficult for a rich man to get into heaven than it is for a camel to get through the eye of a needle, correct?
The rest of the scripture.
Read the rest.
But he said, all things are possible with God.
That's right. With God.
And
Huh? Now I
he
gotcha.
said,
Now I gotcha.
if you study the Greek behind that,
Yeah,
Oh, that's,
Greek.
That's
Yeah.
a great
it's trusting.
method of
Yeah.
saying you're not as smart as me.
Yeah, you haven't divin as deep into this as I have.
Out of measure, because they were wealthy men. They were astonished out of measure, saying, how can anyone be
Disciples
saved?
were not
He
wealthy
said, "All
men.
things."
Disciples were fishermen and shit.
Yeah,
Both
exactly.
of my grandfathers were preachers. They were both very poor. They lived simple, modest lives.
Well, they were stupid.
They were extremely offended
parlay
by
that
men
into
that made money like you do,
Yeah,
preaching
right.
like you do. What would your response be to people that
That's a great
think
question.
that preachers shouldn't live this kind of a lifestyle? Looks like both my grandfathers.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
No, you don't.
And I love them with all my heart.
Yeah, sure you
it's,
do.
Do you? Who
It's
are
your
they?
grandfathers
Oh,
that
my
we're
God.
standing on their shoulders. They held up and they stood for it. Glory to God. But when you go back to the Bible,
Yeah, go back to it.
it's full of wealth.
Teach us. Teach us.
Yeah.
And it's full of miracles.
And evil. Fuckface.
Signs and wonders. And it's full of goodness. And it's full of meanness. It's just full of hell on earth. Those are the demons, not the people.
But what about the
people.
being
I love
offended
the people.
part?
I love the people.
Again, getting back to the.
We gotta go.
Sir?
We gotta get him out of here before he fucking sinks the whole thing.
No, listen to this final
Oh,
part
I'm
though.
sorry,
He says a
okay.
prayer for his for her
Oh, great.
grandparents. I believe.
Oh, good, good, good.
Sir, thank you so much for your time
What's your
today. Lisa Guerrero.
Lisa, God bless. Father bless Lisa today. Thank you for her grandparents.
Phony. Fuck.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to know her and to her team. And I pray and I believe
She doesn't even have her eyes
her
closed.
people
I know.
will be
Oh, yeah.
successful.
Staring at him.
I love Inside Edition.
Yeah, dude.
I love
God,
Rick
God
Mormon,
loves it too.
And
He
it
does.
thrills me to get a chance to have my face on Inside Edition.
Inside Edition. When I see that
Kisses her
Johnny
hand.
Depp trash in a fucking hotel room, oh, drunk as shit. It's my favorite show.
That
It's-
shit really happened. That,
That-
guy's
that
for
happened,
real.
yeah.
Wow, man.
That is. It's just funny. I got to imagine God is watching that going, this is, how does anybody fall for this shit? I mean, like, I'm not, I'm not a Bible master by any stretch, but I know the basics. I know this. I can tell you a lot of the stories in a nutshell. There's one overall simple message in the Bible, and it's don't be a dick, don't be greedy. Treat people with respect and love. And one thing you know about Jesus, he walked around in fucking sandals in the desert, mind you.
Yeah.
And he rode on a fucking, not on a Harley.
Yeah.
Not on a Gulfstream.
Yeah.
On a fucking ass.
And that was very-
He rode an ass through the desert.
And that was very much by design.
Yes.
He went to the people where the people were.
He fucking washed the feet of whores. Like, that was his gig, dude. Jesus sounds like an awesome dude to hang out with. He wasn't baller you. He wasn't hanging out with the ballers in Hollywood. He fucking hated the ballers in Hollywood. He was in the fucking slums in the streets. And for this guy to try to pass this off under the guise of, all things are possible.
All things are possible.
You know, God's talking about being wealthy, having wealth internally. You know what I mean? Like, you've got a fulfilled and wealthy existence because you give and you care and you love and blah, blah, blah. He's not talking about you having a Gulfstream and $4,000 suits, asswipe. What are you talking about? I love it. I got 14 Rolls Royces. No, you missed the whole point. You're the last guy that should be talking about the Bible. And I'm sorry, his game sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
His game is weak, dude.
Your grift is weak, my
He got
man.
caught off guard. I mean, he probably, like you said, no one ever
he
pushes
tried.
back.
He
And
tried a dozen times to jump into that. What has been a fail-safe for him. Like, he can't miss when he closes his eyes and just grabs someone's hand. Lord,
In
be with
Ephesians.
Lisa today. The pleasure of it. Like, dude, phony, fake. Lisa wasn't buying it.
Yeah.
Lisa was blinking her eyes the whole time. She didn't even bow her head or close her eyes. He's personally praying for her.
You can cite 2 Corinthians all you want. You're getting nowhere with Lisa.
That is, and it will have no effect. He can spin that to his fucking sheep congregation any way he wants. And I wonder if he believes his own shit, honestly.
that's what I was asking Jay.
That's what I was
before.
thinking too, and I tend to think he kind of does. Otherwise, you'd have it all knocked down, and you'd have this spin ready to go. You'd know where that people, like normal people in the world, how this would look to them,
Yeah.
and you'd be ready with some explanation for it. And he's just not. So I think he's all balled into. I think he believes some of his shit, man.
That's amazing. I mean, I would say the only way you could pull that off is if you were an absolute atheist and didn't believe a fucking word of it, and then was just like, I'm gonna make fucking huge bank,
Yeah.
because these fuckers will follow any asshole they think,
And I'm not going to be punished because there is no
because
God.
there's
Yeah.
no God anyways. It's a horse shit. So I'm just gonna be that guy, and I'm gonna fucking be an actor. I'm gonna take it on the road, and I'm just gonna swindle as many of these people as I
You
can.
know what, dude? That'd
Because
still
there's
be a
no
pain in
way.
the ass, man. Honestly, that'd still be a pain in the ass to me if you said like you did it. That like
There's
like
a lot way easier ways. Go rob
to
a
make
bank. You know what I mean?
$760 million.
Yeah,
The guy's
no.
worth $760
No, but
million dollars.
To me, to have to go around and
Think about that.
still play the game and still like he has to do,
but he's the center of
things, like,
attention. He gets this is his stage.
Something
the pulpit
deeply,
is his stage.
deeply psychological going on because anyone just in a grift would go, all right, I got $100 million, I'm out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go buy an island and sit there.
Yeah.
But there's something, man. There's something deep with this guy, and those reactions, something's going on with this dude, man.
Yeah,
that's deep and unsettling.
How old is he, by the way? Do you know? Is he like 70s or 80s or something?
I'd guess late
82 years
70s.
old. Okay, he's 82. Yeah, 82 and still doing that. There very well could be. I mean, he cares enough to color his hair, manicure his nails, and I don't know if those are colored contacts he's wearing, but that's a blue I've never seen.
Yeah.
Never. And certainly not beautiful ocean blue. They look soulless, creepy. Plastic surgery. You're fucking minister. You're preaching God's word.
Everybody, do yourself a favor. Go watch the full video. It's incredible.
And watch the fucking, what is it, 700 Club? Pat Robertson?
Yeah.
Is that it? Go watch any of those videos. They're hilarious too. All those guys have figured it out, and it's, sad.
Hey, everybody, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900.
Have you missed Kim Jong-un? Kind of missed Un a
Not
bit.
really.
Really?
Gotta be honest, I know he nixed some guys the other day.
Felt good, didn't it, to read that? I mean, I was fired up. I was like, dude, is he losing his game? What's going on? Like, Un was mowing him down for a while. I think he's
No.
got 400 on his kill list.
His most recent, what were they? The liaisons who couldn't get it done with the U.S., huh?
Yeah. I love when these stories come out because then they're like, oh, by the way, in case you forgot, and they give you a rundown of like his greatest hits, like his kills.
Anti-aircraft.
Yeah, anti-aircraft and stuff.
Dogs.
Yeah, I believe.
Eating his uncle alive, right? Wasn't that it? His uncle?
Yes, nude too.
Uncle
Remember
fell
he was
asleep at a
nude?
meeting.
No,
stripped
that was a
him nude.
different guy. That was a different guy. But some of the things, and they're like, yeah, it's more like when he's losing, it's got to be someone's fault. And so pick a reason. And it could be a guy slouched. A guy slouched and lost his life. His posture wasn't good enough. And that's firing squad. And he's old school, dude. He's into hangings. I believe it was 8 anti-aircraft missiles at his uncle. 8. Yeah. Do you know what kind of smithereens one anti-aircraft missile will do to a person?
You're shooting the next 7 at like vapor, you know?
I believe it was 8. Okay. Let's see, where was it? Yeah, okay, so the new one. So Un has executed his envoy to the U.S. So anyone that was part of that team, they fear now, is dead for betraying the supreme leader. And as part of a ruthless purge of officials. And it's after the failed summit, round 2, I believe it was, right, with Trump. Mike Pompeo is really involved, Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Kim Hyuk-Chu, shot by firing squad at an airport for being won over by the U.S. So all of a sudden, they're like, you're playing for Team U.S. So during the negotiations, top diplomat accompanied Kim on his private train and was one of 4 senior foreign ministry officials executed at the airfield. I mean, where else are you going to fire off anti-aircraft missiles? I mean, you got to get to a hangar of some sort, you know. And the other officials were not named, but all allegedly became spies to the U.S. and failed to secure negotiations. The second round of negotiations. And even his translator is in like a prison camp somewhere now for fucking something up.
Man.
Another senior official, Kim Yong-chol, had been in nuclear discussions with Pompeo. He was sent to a labor camp for ideological re-education. Kim Song-hai, a woman who worked with Hyuk-Chu, sent to another prison camp. Kim Un's interpreter, Shin Hae-young, was sent to a prison camp for a mistake at the summit. Made a little mistakey poo. And so now those prison camps are brutal, right? Those are the ones where you're breaking bricks and shit with sledgehammers.
Yeah, it could run the gamut, right? I mean, we know what happened to Larry, Otto Warmbier.
Yeah,
You know, he got
Larry. Yeah,
he got basically suffocated, or I'm not even sure they know exactly what happened to him, but he was a vegetable when they gave him back to us.
I thought he was faking too when he was like stumbling along and stuff. I was like, he's faking. He's, he knows cameras are on him. It turns out Larry wasn't, but
Yeah.
I didn't know. So she fails to translate. I guess Kim is trying to go, wait, one last thing. Before we're done, I got a new idea that will fix everything. And she didn't translate that in time, and Trump was like, no deal, off the table, I'm gone. And Trump storms out, and Kim Jong-un blames his translator, like, you should have told me.
What a pair of people they going on there. I mean,
Think about that fucking meeting, dude. I know. Two of the dumbest haircuts in human history.
and they're
in a
freaking
fucking
leaders of
meeting
nations.
It's unbelievable. The United States is trying to see, they're trying to see did they really off these people. And so 400 officials, they
But they're
say.
just not answering our calls anymore.
They're not taking our calls, yeah. It's like,
God, it's just
hey,
going
man.
right to voicemail. It's like their voicemail's full. I don't know.
Trump just keeps leaving message after message. Hey, Kimmy, it's me, the Don. Just wondered if it's true that you killed all these people with anti-aircraft. Pretty cool. I'm not going to judge.
Straight to voicemail.
Call me back. So Army Commander Kim Chol was executed by mortar shell in April 2012. He disrespected the former leader Kim Jong-il during a period of national mourning.
Was this a not crying enough stuff?
The commander's body was blown apart by a mortar shell after he was accused of drinking and carousing.
Oh.
That sounds kind of fun. He got a little tipsy and a little handsy.
You can drink,
mortar
but you cannot carouse.
No. I wonder if he was just carousing but was stone sober. Has he met with mortar shell?
What are the other? I don't know.
The body doesn't hold up well to mortar fire. It really doesn't.
Apparently.
So we've got his uncle in 2013, Jang Song-thak, is understood to have forced his uncle to watch two of his colleagues being blown to pieces by anti-aircraft rounds in 2013. So he makes the uncle, he's got his head guys. It's like if they were going to blow you two up with anti-aircraft missile and they made me stand there and watch it. Kind of a dick move, right? A little icing on the cake.
Indeed.
And then his uncle was killed with a barrage from the 8 anti-aircraft guns. 8. Kim was reportedly extremely shit-faced when he made the call to. He's hammered drunk, stumbling around. More anti-aircraft gun. More. 8. Fuck. So yeah, all of his uncle's direct family were executed in the purge as well. You got to wipe them out. They're going to harbor ill will, probably.
So I guess that North Korea nuclear deal, it's not, no. We'll get there.
Who is the guy that's like, hey, they've got fucking, they're accepting applications for work now in the,
I know.
on Kim Jong-un's team. It's like, who's like, ooh, me, please, I take the job. I want to be interpreter. You're going to be blamed no matter what happens. 11 officials were rounded up and executed due to their persisting loyalty for Kim's late uncle. So these people were like, dude, really? 8 anti-aircraft missiles thrown at him? Really? Oh, really? You got a problem with that? Wiped out 11 more of them. In May, Vice Premier Cho Yong-gon executed for disagreeing with Kim's. And you know what? I'm with Kim on this one. This person disagreed with Kim's forestry policies. And so,
Have you reviewed Kim's
yeah, I
forestry
mean,
policies?
he's a
Pretty
man
solid?
of nature. Yeah, by appearance, they look solid.
Solid to quite solid?
Absolutely. As far as like when you're talking about forestry issues, Kim Jong-un is the guy you want to go to. And how dare you, the forestry minister, disagree with Kim Jong-un on something? This might be my favorite. This man is unnamed. He's a turtle keeper. Okay, that's his gig.
That happens.
He's a turtle keeper. He was killed when he tried to explain to the leader how power shortages and starvation had led to turtle deaths. It's an act of insubordination, and that man had to be fucking taken out.
In Un's defense, that can be frustrating. You got a list of issues.
Right.
And you're like, fucking turtle, get the fuck out of here, man.
Really? Can someone?
No, really, turtle, get rid of him.
Power shortages and starvation
Yeah.
leading to rapid turtle
Yeah. That's I'm with Un. I'm with Un on this
I am
one.
too.
Kill the
Now that
turtle
you say
guy.
it, it's like, dude, really? I don't have a fucking. I'm dealing with this fucking bozo in Washington D.C. dealing with denuclearization. I got that on my fucking head now. I got to worry about your dumb turtles.
Turtles?
Can someone fire up the firing squad and get this guy out of my
Yeah,
sights?
Totally with Un.
He firing squad. That man was strapped to a
That's
pole.
fine.
He was strapped to a pole going, I knew I should just keep your mouth shut, Bill. I keep saying, Bear, shut up, no one to speak. And then he's met with just firing squad.
Who are the people that disagree with him at any point? Like, why would you ever disagree with him over anything, ever?
Well-
like, why though? I wonder. Like, why would you not just be like, come with what? Even if he has to do a report, hey, I want you to report on blank. Just come there.
Some of it might be like just perceived disagreement.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's a
But it's
problem.
just-
You're right.
You drop
Yeah.
the ball somehow.
Catch him in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You know. Here's the one. It was Rai Yong-jin that had fallen asleep in the meeting.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And let's see. So we've got, this is in 2016, we got Hwang Min, a senior agricultural official, and Rai Yong-jin of the education department. They're both killed.
Okay.
Rai Yong-jin fell asleep in a meeting. Hwang Min was accused of challenging Kim's authority. Kim Yong-jin, North Korea's vice premier for education, was executed by firing squad for having a bad attitude. And that was the whole, he failed to maintain a good posture at an event. So, I mean, don't even have a bad back. I mean, take a muscle relaxer, do what you got to do, but don't you dare get in there and like fucking stretch that thing out a little bit.
So annoying to sit up really straight, too, isn't it?
I haven't even.
It is.
Can you even do it?
Not really.
My spine doesn't go that way.
Plus the hats they have, didn't we decide the brims on their hats
Oh, they're
they're
awful.
lopsided, they're terrible.
Just awful.
Yeah, let's see. What was the last thing I had here? Yeah, okay, so there's now growing concern that the diplomacy that had blossomed nicely,
Oh, man.
it was really blossoming in early 2018, could be replaced by a return
A little
to
bump
the,
in the road.
Maybe if Dennis Rodman wasn't stealing clothes at that shop or whatever, he could get on top of this.
The
He's-
yoga store, you
Yeah.
see that?
Dude, you guys remember when it first started too, and they were trading insults with each other, like through Twitter and stuff?
Yeah.
Calling him like Fat Boy
Yeah,
and
that's
Rocket
where
Man.
Fire
and
and
stuff.
Fury came from.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember what Ewan was saying to Trump, but what did he call him? Little Rocket Man?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the president of the United States. I mean,
But then he
whatever.
met him, and he
Great
realized.
guy.
God.
We've all had issues. We've all fallen down at times in our lives. We all continue to get back up. He's
very
just
smart.
a man.
Everybody, get a 2-pack of My Pillow's premiums for $69.98. That's only $34.99 per pillow if you do the math, which is the lowest price ever offered on podcast, radio, or TV. This offer is only available at mypillow.com, and of course, you must use the promo code TDC.
I have a couple things. Why don't we take a quick time out?
Yeah.
And then the National Spelling Bee happened at the end of last week.
Yeah, I'm glad they were able to crown a winner,
Hey,
or
man,
8.
everyone gets a trophy, right? I took issue with some of the words that were spelled at the end. I think there was some shenanigans maybe going on
Really?
there. Some
Wool being
seemed
pulled?
easier than others.
Okay.
Test you, see if you could have gotten any of them right. Did you see David Lee Roth
No,
crash a bachelor party
I did not see that.
and no one knew who the fuck he was? It's spectacular. It's just great. It's just great. So we'll get to that more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the show with Mike and Jay. And we just lost Travis Bully.
Hot
Satisfied. Hot Jesus was satisfied with the sound in the room and was able to waltz on out of here. Did you see that fucking car out there?
I did, yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
It's unassuming.
It is unassuming, right?
It's a sleeper.
It's a
by
Pontiac,
definition.
for the nerds out there, Pontiac G8, GXP. They made like 1,300 of these things, and then he's got one of 29 in the world with this color scheme and 6-speed and sunroof, one of 29. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to take that for a spin. So we went out there before the show, and this motherfucker, it's the fastest car Pontiac's ever made. Trans Ams, Vets. It's a Corvette killer. 0 to 60, 2.9.
What does Kit do? Kit
Well,
was
Kit's a
Trans Am.
special breed.
Kit was a Trans Am.
Kit's a special breed. It's not fair to compare.
Michael, what does Kit do?
I don't know. See if we, Bing that, E. What is Michael or Kit?
Kit, K-I-T from Knight Rider.
What did Kit stand for?
Dude, I don't know.
I think it was an
Am I
acronym.
dinging how fast Kit goes to 60?
0 to 60 for Kit,
Yeah. Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, Kit, 0 to
Okay,
60.
I know. I didn't even know what you even wanted me to know, dude.
Fuck.
Well, what?
So yeah, this thing, dude, we just took that thing out on the 13-mile road, and it's like, oh, there's not a car around here. Whoa! Open this motherfucker up. Oh my God. It's got less than 25,000 miles on this car. It hardly
0 to
drives
60
it.
in 0.2 seconds.
For Kit? Well, yeah, it's Kit.
You know?
I mean, 0.2 really? That's what they
Standing
said.
quarter mile, 4.286 seconds. So
They decided to make Kit do 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds.
Knight Industries Turbojet, I guess is maybe what it's called.
There you
Knight
go. Did
Industries.
you know you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Knight Industries 2000 is what KIT stands for. K-I-T-T.
Is it? There's a second T?
There
Hold
is.
on. Bullshit.
A little known, a little remembered second T. on
Get
KIT.
outta here.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, I didn't-
K-I-T-T.
I did not know that. Yeah. Well, of course you got to one up. You can't let Travis Bully have his moment. You got to fucking go.
Well,
Wait a
you
minute.
said,
There is a
you know,
Trans Am.
You said it was the fastest Pontiac ever made, and I cited another one that was faster.
Well, 0.2 seconds. I
0.2
I fucking challenge that. I'm not going to just sit back and be like, yeah, no, that sounds a lot. So totally. 0 to 60. Jets don't do 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds.
Does Travis have the Cylon red eye on the front that goes back and forth?
He does not.
No,
but
this car sounds very normal,
very average.
Yeah,
it is
non-remarkable.
He did pay a lot of extra money, and I don't know why.
Does it talk to him? Hot Easus.
No.
Hot Easus. There's an intruder. Hot Easus.
Sexy Easus. Your location is on the right. Sexy Easus.
You see Hot Easus driving down the road talking to his car.
And then we'd be in there, and it would be talking to Sexy Easus, and be like, finally it would dawn on us. We'd look over and be like, dude, you had to program it in there to call you Sexy Easus, right?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't.
I did. Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's calling you sexy and hot Easus and stuff. Like, it wouldn't factory know to do that.
No.
Someone told it that you were hot and sexy, assuming it was Travis. Sounds like something he would do. But yeah, you should go out for a spin in that son of a bitch. Maybe take it for the weekend. I better take it for the weekend.
Yeah, let him know. I'll want
Yeah.
that.
I mentioned before the break the National Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
And these superhumans, these computers on with flesh, fuck, man. I watched it, and I don't know what to make of these people. There's something very watchable about the National Spelling Bee children.
I think America agrees because ESPN has thrown that out there for decades, right?
And they've apparently got money to fucking burn. I mean, the grand prize you win is $50,000, and you know this is not easy for me to talk about. As you know, I was hosed in the 4th grade spelling bee, robbed of a title that I still think we could go back and look at.
You're too afraid to speak up.
Well, I was a child, first off, and
You should have
these were
said, this whole
adults.
thing is under protest.
Yeah.
Right now, what you're doing to me, it's under protest
Yeah.
and it's wrong.
Well, how about when your fucking teacher stole your turtle toy or whatever it was?
It was an owl.
It was an owl. You didn't stand up for yourself either.
I did later on.
Later on, yeah.
Well, I didn't know where it went. It got stolen.
But you
And then I found it on her desk later.
And you didn't call her out, did
No,
you?
and I didn't.
You
But,
didn't.
But listen, that taught me that I will never stand by idly and let someone take something from me again.
Well, that's what I learned from the 4th grade spelling bee, sort of.
All right.
And I got fucked I got
You
fucked.
want a review
dude.
for the new listeners?
Well, fine. There was 4 of us left in the finals, and I spelled my word correctly.
What was the word?
I don't remember.
Okay.
And the next 3 participants all spelled their word wrong, and it stumped the room. And they went,
Mike Walters can't win
he
this
can't win.
spelling bee.
He's the fuck up of the school. He's a class clown. He can't win the spelling bee. And I was like, so I won.
That's where you just start jumping up and down, and
Yeah.
you have all your buddies just flood the floor of the room. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just destroy it. It's no longer an option that you go on.
I start
with
running
this.
and high-fiving.
Yes, absolutely. Shirt
Yeah.
comes over your head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. In hindsight, I mean, that's the play because then they'd.
Gatorade, boom. Gatorade
is it-
gets dumped over you. It's done. They can't go on after that.
So you're saying that I should have pulled the Marissa Tomei when she won an Oscar?
Yes.
For My Cousin Vinny, and then it was like, oh, I think that's the wrong card, but she's crying on stage. Like,
What are we going to do?
what do we do now?
Right.
Fuck, we can't take it from her. You know, and that's the lore in Hollywood. Is
She
that
won
Marissa?
an Oscar for My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, she was great in that movie. That movie stands up.
Really?
The 2 Utes.
Yeah.
2 Utes.
Herman Munster.
Yeah, I love that guy. So yeah, for my instance, I did at that point just go, hey, wait a minute, because they were like, well, since nobody else got it right, how could they not plan for that moment? Like, what if there are 4 or 5 kids left and one gets it right and the others don't? Then what do we
Well,
do?
I don't understand. Why didn't you just win? You got it right. They got theirs wrong.
And then what? We have another round of less talented kids doing a second, third place.
Hold on.
What does it even matter?
Confused.
Like,
I'm
who even
confused.
cares
You
about
got
second?
you got your final one right, dude.
I know. And I did, and then they said, everyone, we're just going to do another word each, and we'll have another round. And I was like, wait a minute, but I don't have to do that, right? Because I would have been fine with that if they would have just moved me on to the next round and then
insane.
have, you know,
Makes
yes,
no
technically
sense.
I won, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. And the fact is, I got fucked. And
They didn't want a kid on the front of that school newspaper with a goddamn rat tail coming down his
Yeah.
back of his head,
yeah,
winning the
blonde,
spelling bee.
bleached one.
There's no way they could have that.
Yeah, and a Motley Crue T-shirt.
There's
Yeah.
no way they could have that.
No, they knew that. They couldn't.
It was rigged.
We got to fix this.
Yeah, they needed some kid in his shitty Izod and his fucking khaki
Yeah.
pants. Yeah. So anyway, I you
Some
know,
Asian, whatever.
they made me spell again with these 3, you know, clearly less talented kids. And I happened to fuck that. I'm in my own head now. I know I'm not supposed to be spelling. I've done my part. I've won.
It's like the kicker who follows
Yeah.
through after the timeout is called late.
Yeah.
He follows through. He makes the kick, and then
Yeah.
he's caused to re-kick. It's the exact same thing. And
Totally.
then he shanks it like
Shanks.
fucking Finkel and Einhorn or Finkel, whatever.
Just fucking how they didn't know it. I just got fucked. You know how cool I would be if I had, as part of like my,
You would
know,
be
yeah, I've done
EE.
this. Yes, I've met this person. I've been backstage at this concert. Oh, by the way, 4th grade spelling bee champion, Tyler Elementary School, Livonia, Michigan. Hello. Hello.
I feel
Was
like
it in front of the class? Was it in front of the whole school? Or?
Fucking A right, man. I think it was in the lunchroom, but I don't remember exactly. I mean, I've tried to put this behind me. But yeah, I got fucked. And so this point being, it's a sensitive topic anytime we're talking about spelling bees, because who knows? Maybe I go on to a national tournament at some point, and
Who knows?
You
Who
know,
knows
who knows
where
where
you
I
could
am
have taken
now.
that?
Yeah.
He'd be
So-
a different man today.
Can you imagine? I'm a CEO running some fucking nerd factory. I'm a
All you needed is that
superintendent of a
what was it?
school system.
That affirmation that you were smart. Like that would have given you the like I am smart.
And I
Yeah.
needed it. I'll be honest with you, I needed it.
Right.
It was a rough time. I recently lost Molly, the dog had died, and that was tough, you know. And I needed some good news. I needed a big win like that, you know.
And you got nothing.
And I got nothing.
Got a boot in the
I got
face.
fucked. Is
Got a
what I
boot
got.
in the face.
Yeah. So we've got the 92nd annual event, stunning event, and
If that had, by the way, if that had happened now, you're seriously, if that was in this day and age, dude,
Oh.
it would have gone on Facebook, and then it
I'm
would have been a viral,
I'm viral.
viral worldwide video.
the superintendent is investigating.
Yes,
you know,
there would've been
the ongoing
investigation.
investigation. You know, the 18-month-long investigation, and see
Have to
what
come out and
happened.
apologize on Twitter and
Yeah,
shit.
people would be going, "Fuck him! He's a white kid, anyways. White male. He's got privilege, anyways." And they'd be debating.
They'd have a great point.
They would. So, anyways, yeah, the competition crowned 8 co-champions at the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Why?
Why?
Because they were running out of challenging words.
Dude.
What? Do you know how many words there are? There's a lot, hundreds, possibly more than that.
Oh my God.
You're running out of challenging words, so everybody gets a trophy.
Somebody had a plane to catch, dude. That's it.
This is stunning. Stunning. You fuckers go all night until you get the champ.
Hell yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? So after the 17th round, it was Jacques Bailey, the event's
Jacques.
pronouncer. He's the pronouncer. And he announced that any of the 8 remaining contestants who made it through 3 more words would share in the prize. None faltered. Once they got that shit Jacques, or the last kid that misspelled a word, I can't remember what his name was, but once they got him out of there, these guys went on
Get
a
him
roll.
out of the mix, and this is like the potentates of the spelling bee.
So each of these kids, and now they're rooting for each other. This is This is like playing in the Super Bowl
This is
and rooting for the guy on the other team to score.
Backward. Also backward.
I mean,
what
what
has
are we
happened?
learning? This is outrageous behavior. E, did you start the fucking clock?
No, I didn't.
God damn it, Jesus! I looked up. I'm like, there's
God damn
no
you to
way
hell.
we've been.
May God damn you to hell.
This is the worst break we've ever done. If it's only been 2 minutes long.
Give me a second.
Can you figure it out?
Probably.
You better. So yeah, they now these kids are rooting each other and high fiving when the other contestants are getting it right, patting them on the back. Dude, these kids were standing and ovating for these other contestants. High fives and hugs. The champions and their words. Boy, oh boy, they're all from the U.S., but I mean Aaron Howard. I can pronounce Aaron Howard's name. So Rishik Gandhasri,
first generation
from San Jose, California.
Yeah.
Got the word ocelot.
Oh, you know.
Ocelot. Would you like me to use that in a sentence?
Does it start with an A or an O?
No, I can't give you that. Is it? What's the ocelot?
Do they say country of origin? Is that what they say? Or?
Yeah, country of origin. I will say French.
Okay.
And can you use it in a sentence?
Is it ocelot? Is that what you're saying?
No. No. When I grow up, I want to marry a slot. It's ocelot.
A-S-L-U-T.
No.
Ocelot.
No. That's the English translation. Ocelot is A-U-S-L-A-U-T. Aaron Howard. And this is the only name I can pronounce, really, and this is a tough word, from Huntsville, Alabama. Gets erysipelas.
Come on, man.
Does that seem fair with ocelot
doesn't.
and erysipelas? Do you want to take a stab at it?
Does it start with an A or an E?
E. Fuck, I'm not supposed to tell you that as a judge. Don't do that again. Stop asking me what it starts with.
Say it again. Erysipelas.
Are you allowed? I don't think you're allowed to write it down. I think you can write it down.
Dude, look, there's no way I can even remember what you said, let alone try to spell said word.
Erysipelas.
Okay, I got it. Erysypallis. Erysipelas.
You're out. You don't share in the prize. It's actually Erysipelas. And I'm not sure I'm pronouncing these words right. I'm giving you no country of origin. I'm not using it in a sentence. Like, you're really handcuffed here. Seketh Sundar.
You want me to spell that shit?
No, spelling their names is way harder than the words, by the way.
They could have done that. We ran out of challenging words. Let's put your fucking names in a hat.
Contestant 13, spell his name. It's pronounced Seketh Sundar.
That's where you go.
He's just got to cover up his name while he's sitting there.
Contestants, would you all place your right hand over your names? Now,
Names, please. No.
spell the kid next to you.
Fuck. How do you pronounce
Country
it?
of origin. Fuck. I don't. Asian
Man,
of some sort.
You want me to spell Shruthika Padihi?
Yes.
No. So, Seketh Sundar, his word, Bougainvillea.
You can't do that.
I think you can.
Bougain?
I think there's a Jane in there, a Bougain. That might be a hint. Bougainvillea.
Boy, I'm at a loss here. Villia. I'm gonna start with the Villia. Villia. Damn it!
You were so EA.
What about the Bougain?
Yeah. Can you spell Bougain?
No.
Bougain. Okay. Now, Shruthrika Padhi is not the word. That's the name of the guy. He's from Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He got aiguillette.
Aiguillette. All right.
Aiguillette.
Aju.
That's
Okay.
fucking bullshit. That's a tough word.
Aujullette.
AIGUILLETTE.
I was really close.
You were. It's not bad. Sohum Sukhatan Akar.
I'm
from
not
Dallas.
shitting you. They should have turned to their names.
Yeah, I know.
That is remarkable.
I think you got a shot at this
All right.
one.
Let me.
Pendel Okyu.
Pendel Oq. I'll just sound it out, man. Pendelloq.
Come on. Dude,
You
I
gave
want
me
to ring
the last two.
I want to ring the bell so
you gave
bad.
me the last two letters. OQ.
You were there. I was like, he's getting it. He's doing it. He's doing it. Dude, you're a speller. Okay?
not?
You're a speller. Pendeloque. It's not OQ.
Well-
it's OQ.
Thought you were giving me a hint.
Okay. Abhijay Kodali.
I can't.
That's his name. You don't have to spell that. No, that'd be way too hard. He's from Flower Mountain, Texas.
Flower Mountain.
This is
FL.
you've got no. That's where he's from. Palama.
Ah.
Oh, if you're sitting there like, wait, they just gave him Palama,
Right,
motherfucker.
right.
I had to spell Bougainvillea.
Yeah. You're going
You gave-
P-A-L-L-A-M-A, right?
No. Ah!
But see, what would happen is spell check would grab that and go, oh, he's trying to go Palama. And it would give me Palama. So that's how I get through life, you know? I don't need this shit, man.
You can't use spell check, by the way, when you're at the spelling bee.
But I'm just saying, like, this isn't real life, you know? You don't need to spell anymore.
Palama.
That's what I said. P-A-L.
You said
L-A-M.
LL.
Ah.
You said PALLAMA. You were, dude. I was like, he's gonna get it. He's
I
gonna have
over-L'd.
this.
I over-L'd.
You fucking way over-L'd.
See, I was thinking it was more Ecuadorian than Guatemalan.
Right. And if you would have asked for country of origin, you would have known that, and you would
Damn
have
it.
you would have solo L'd, single L'd, and you would have been
I
fine.
would've.
Christopher Serrao.
Sorreo.
No, that's his name. He's from White House Station, New Jersey.
Got it.
Your word, Sir. Hold on.
Mix-a-lot.
Sir Cernuas.
Cernuas. Cernuas.
Cernuas.
What?
I think I'm pronouncing that word
Come
right.
on, man.
It's look at it. You can't fucking look at that. How do you pronounce that?
Wait, it's either sir or cur?
How do you pronounce that word? And then I'll have you spell it. Cernaris? Cernuus?
Cernuus.
Cernuus. How do you spell it?
You just looked at it.
C-E-R-N-U-O-U-S.
Nice. Wow. I thought you were gonna get thrown off by the sir, like S-I-R.
He
Good
just
job,
looked at it
dude.
as he's pronounced. Showed you.
Jesus, I didn't know how to pronounce it. I,
know,
needed
but
help.
The speller had to show the reader how to pronounce the
dude.
word.
Enough, E.
One person spelled the word correctly. He happens to be sitting there, and fucking give a little respect,
Also,
please.
to look at the word as he was.
He helped me pronounce it. That's not his fault.
Well,
Rohan Raja is our last one.
Rohan.
No, that's his name. He's from Irvine, Texas.
These are all definitely Irvine. These are Texas names right here. When I think of Texas, I think of these names.
Rohan Roja.
I mean, that guy's on the football team for sure.
Billy Watch Shoes Johnson is a Texas name.
Varsity Blues
Tex,
all the way.
Tex Schrader's a Texas name.
Right.
Wrangling
Walker,
cattle.
you can see Walker
Yep.
being a good Texas name.
Good Jake.
Rohan Raja.
Okay.
All right, he's new.
First generation Texan.
Odillick.
Odillick. O. D-Y-L-L-I-C.
No!
Oh, come on, man!
Why are you over-L'ing? Why do you
Really?
keep over-L'ing?
God damn, I don't know.
It's one L. What leads you to believe these are double L's?
I feel like there was
Odillick.
Odillick. It was like a long L, you know, it was a hard L.
If I would have said Odillick.
So I just had
Fine.
the one L wrong?
Yes, dude. You just lost 50 grand in a trophy.
Son of a bitch!
Thank God Rohan Raja doesn't double L every fucking time he hears an L. Odillick. O-D-Y-L-I-C. Odillick.
You're right. Now that I see it, yeah, you're right.
So to me, what is 50 grand? 50 grand. That's a good prize for a 12-year-old, 13-year-old.
Split it by 8? Jesus, do the
No.
math.
Did they really get 50,000 or is it 50,000 scholarships, by the way?
It's 50 grand.
They each get one? They just
said-
ponied up 400 grand?
They're just like, you know what? We're not going to make you guys split it 8 ways. We'll just give you all $50,000 and a trophy. So they all get a trophy saying, I'm the best, I'm the champ,
Saying right.
and 50 grand. Like, you on a whim in
A
the
whim.
middle of the competition, just decided, I don't know, fuck it. Who's got 350
And
grand?
you've got the
that. We're
budget
good.
for that? That's remarkable.
You're the script.
To your point, Mike, you mentioned it earlier. Wow, deep
What do you-
pockets.
Yeah, why isn't the trophy? Why isn't the prize always $400,000?
Yeah, you can
Great
just
question.
whip out 400 grand like that. Just,
I mean, on site, not a meeting. Like, give us 5. Let us go huddle at halftime. See what we can do here. Can we scrape together an extra 350 grand? No, on the spot. They're just like, hey guys, it's getting late, man. It's past some of your bedtime already. We're at 11:15 right now. We got to wrap this shit up. So how about you guys spell 3 more words right each? You each get 50 grand.
Wait, they made the announcement and then they said 3 more words?
Yeah.
That would be a lot of pressure after that point. Like knowing that, oh shit, now
Well,
To
as
me,
long as
it
you
would
don't double L every time you see an L word, you get these guys
it
skated.
felt like a hard L.
well, that's the difference between the pros and the amateurs.
Palama. He double L, double O Dillick.
Yeah.
Shit.
There's a reason they're on that stage, Jay.
I could have forgiven if you would have ended with an Lick for lick or an Lik, but 2 L's, I just didn't see that coming.
I wonder if I do that in normal day-to-day life. If I
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
What do you do with double L words?
I don't know, man.
Do you triple L them? You ever triple L'd?
Give me a double L word. Like an umbrella or something?
Yeah.
No, I go double L on that.
Umbrella. How do you spell?
Oh, man.
I don't know how to spell.
UMBRELLA.
Yeah.
I've gotten so frustrated when you say spell check, though, dude. I've gotten so frustrated because like when you text.
Oh,
and
the guy. No, I'm
it
not
does it
talking
for
about
you.
texting.
Oh no,
dude.
I know,
Texting
but
fucks you up.
I know, but I'm saying like even though when you're typing on a computer, like if I'm typing in Word, I don't even like. I know it tells you the word isn't wrong, but I'm so used to it starting to fix it below that I'm like I'm mad that the word isn't fixing my word before I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to wait till the word's over, then see the red line, then I gotta fix it.
That's
Where I'm
how
like,
spoiled
why
you are.
aren't the things on the bottom just there so I can start picking words? Why am I even having to type this all out?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how spoiled you are.
I know.
So.
Yeah. Well. Oh, thank you. I was like, fuck. Still don't have a clock. I don't know if any. Have we been here? Is it tomorrow? Where are we?
It's not tomorrow yet.
14 hours we've been here.
Jesus, how about a word from our fine sponsors, Twin Peaks, who provided us just a great Members Sunday today.
Slow down.
At Twin Peaks, there is something from the made-from-scratch menu for every fan's appetite. The perfect sidekick to any meal is a featured rotating tap, served at a frosty 29 degrees in a 22-ounce man-sized mug. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
All right, David Lee Roth. I was going to get right to email, but we'll do David Lee Roth first. I don't know, the Roth show, it sounds like he's got a camera crew with him, and they're filming some sort of reality show, and he's such a ham. David Lee Roth, like, he's
a weirdo.
annoying.
Yeah.
He's annoying as shit. Like, he's show-tunesy, theatery.
Yes.
Like, he came in. I told you about when he came in to riff, and he did the Drew and Mike show and brought all those safari helmets for everybody and brought literally like 22-piece band in to our tiny studio and you couldn't walk in the studio. He sat up to the mic and it was like, Drew's a great interviewer. You could ask David Lee Roth, you could sit with him for days and get stories from him. But David Lee Roth is doing his own thing. He's singing, he's bebopping or do-bopping.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the time we were in Panama. The band just knows to come in on cue. I'm not kidding. Fucking, Panama. You know, and he'll do that constantly. Like, tap it into fucking, and you're like, this was a waste of an hour and a half. Like, what the fuck was the point of this? We learned nothing new about him, and he's just a ham. So anyway, he's in Vegas for, I think, an EDM show,
Yeah, he was
Well, I mean,
filming.
I watched some of the video, and yeah, you're right. It was around EDC time, so.
Is it Martin
Yeah.
Van Buren?
No, that's a different one I was telling you about, but it is a huge festival.
Do you know what EDC stands for?
Electric Daisy Carnival.
Very good, E. Very good. He was there for that. He was in town for the Electric Daisy Carnival, EDC.
Did you see pictures of that, by the way? Wow, holy shit, man.
Largest
Crazy.
electric dance festival of all time, that one was.
How
many
was that a
people?
Speedway, right?
450,000 people.
Think about
Wow.
that.
It's crazy.
And to see
That's-
pictures of it, just the neon and all that shit going on.
Oh, yeah, that's
it's a
circus.
built-in seizure.
That's that's unreal. Is that one of those 3-day
Yeah.
monsters? Yeah. So he's there for some event there, and he's in his Vegas hotel room. Well, a few doors down, there's guys having a bachelor party in Vegas, and
This is going to be thrilling for them. I'm going to pop on into the bachelor party.
so one of his people, one of Dave's handlers, you know, he's got the boom mic guy, and there's a camera guy, whatever, and there's a chick, probably a publicist, with we're doing this, Dave, and then we got to go here. Car's picking you up at 3. that annoying lady, tells him, we heard some Van Halen playing from the room down the hall. Kid's got a fucking station on and it's just playing this is gonna blow their mind. Diamond
talk
Dave.
about a thrill.
And so yeah, Dave fucking saunters up and is gonna knock on the door.
Which room had the Van Halen sound?
Look at him.
Right here?
Oh boy.
You gonna knock on the door?
Ready
Yeah.
for some fainting.
This could be fun.
Does he have knickers on too? He looks like
Yeah.
he's
So,
dressed
God,
like...
that's enough. This is already gonna blow their mind. Look at the smile on his face.
Yes, they know.
Without his stupid long
It's a
hair,
happy neighbor.
he honestly doesn't look like Diamond Dave.
No. Look at him. Look at him.
We heard some Van Halen here, and my name's David Lee Roth, and I'm right across the hallway.
This guy's
It's
like,
like, who the fuck is David Lee Roth?
Want
Yeah.
to know, we're on our way to EDC, but the fellas here were coming down the hallway, and they said, shit, we heard some Van Halen, and I said, no, shit. So we're your neighbors, guys. We're off to EDC. We're doing shit. And we heard one of the fellas
Yeah.
said, I heard some Van Halen shit
Dude, I
through
bet
the
I know what
doorway,
happened
so
there.
I am Van Halen. Outstanding. Fellas, my
I am
pleasure.
Van Halen.
Have a great night. Enjoy the Vegas stay. Small, tiny world.
Apologize now.
No, don't.
They're apologizing. They thought they disturbed this old man with loud
That's
music.
awesome.
Look at him. He still doesn't get it. He's still the shit. Yeah. That was awesome. Yeah. Yeah,
They
they
did.
did
Wow.
get.
They were tickled.
Boy, they got a big kick out of that, didn't they? Look at that.
What a douchebag.
Dude, I'm just like, no, Dave.
So
No.
fucking funny, right?
No, yeah, it is,
Isn't
but
that
for the wrong
something?
reason.
Hey, if it's too loud, I'll make sure it gets through.
Not to worry at all.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Of course.
It's like, I'm so sorry we were
Yeah?
loud. That's what he was saying.
Small world, of course. Don't worry about noise, smoke, off-color humor.
Yeah. Diamond Dave.
Thank you all.
He came up to apologize for the loud music. Sorry, old man.
He's
We
dressed like
disturbed you.
Payne Stewart. What
Yeah.
the hell is he wearing?
Bosdy bop, diddy bop. He should have busted into a bosdy bop, diddy bop.
So is this posted as part of his show? Like, as
I don't. They had to have aired this. They're
Boy.
recording the footage.
ah,
As they walked away, a member of its Roth's crew was saying they got a big kick out of that. Still laughing Roth at it. It's so fucking funny, right? Isn't that something?
he's got that dumb open
That-
mouth smile.
That big giant grin.
You know what? Honestly, probably I kind of was saying this to Jay. I didn't realize it, Jay, but this is probably what happened. Honestly, in March when they do the Ultra Festival, a DJ did bring him out to. He opened his set with like Jump, and he let David Lee Roth come out and like sing part of it. So I bet that group in the hotel was just watching like on YouTube live streams from the festival in March, just kind of getting ready. That song kind of came on, so they weren't really listening to Van Halen, I bet, but it just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he heard it, right, and he heard a different mix of it and just thought, that's me. And it really kind of was, but kind of wasn't, probably.
Dave thought he plays it off well, like he's not bummed.
Yeah.
Like he knocked on that door and the grin on his face. Like the door's gonna open and someone's gonna scream, maybe faint, and then it's gonna be like, no fucking way. Like the room, come in, have a beer. He was ready to have a beer with these guys.
Come on.
Tell a couple fucking Coke stories from the 80s. That's what he thought was going to happen in that room.
The fact that he was not invited in.
They didn't even invite him in. They didn't. They were like,
the guy at the door shook his hand and sort of like pointed to his buddies, like,
because Dave extended. Like, what do you do if anybody comes to your door?
With
Satan
a
could
camera
show
crew.
up with a camera crew and be like, I'm Diamond David Lee Roth. You're like, what?
Okay.
What?
Sorry about the noise.
They said sorry about the noise.
To a rock star.
Sorry about. He says, my crew heard some Van Halen and takes off the hat. I'm David Lee Roth. The guy's like, I'm terribly sorry, sir. We will
Sorry,
turn it
Mr.
down.
Roth.
Mr. Roth, I'm sorry. You look ridiculous, but yeah, we'll keep it down. And then the shirtless fucking bro comes around the corner. Is like, sir, really, again, we'll keep it down. Sorry about that. I'm sure you got to fucking wake up early.
It's outstanding.
Holy shit, dude. I love it.
Hey, we do have some email.
What do we got?
Hey, if you want to email into the show, send us your thoughts to email@detroitcast.com. Rick writes in, Podcast Heroes, I'm happy to say I went to the historic Howell Theater and watched the Russian 5 movie. It brought me right back to the late 90s, going crazy at the Joe. And oh my God, did I forget about some of the players that I loved. The movie went by so quickly because my eyes and heart made all my emotions come flooding back.
Oh, no.
Rick, wow, he's just kind of opening his...
It is great, dude. I watched it again. I've watched it 5 times.
It was like I went back in time and woke up an old 43-year-old, like Big E does on occasion. The movie made me lose some water out of just one eye because I'm not as big a pussy as he. D-Mac dropping F-bombs and keeping it real made me laugh my balls off. I'm going to get his jersey out that no longer fits and squeeze my ass back into it. I can't recommend the film enough to hockey fans and anyone, really. It's that good.
Yep.
Big thanks to Jenny for bringing it to my attention. Rick from Howell.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
It's very nice
Glad
to
you
hear.
enjoyed it. It's a great film. No doubt.
I hope it gets the respect it deserves. There's no reason that can't win an Oscar for for a doc.
Best documentary.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll, Aretha Franklin's in it, so that checks the right boxes.
There you go.
So probably lose to something like that, but I guarantee it won't be half as entertaining.
Jay writes in concerning Mount Everest. Of course, we talked about Everest last week. With
Tell me, it wouldn't be that hard to
traffic
climb,
jam.
dude.
Well, it wouldn't be that hard per Jay's idea, too. Cardi B, cardio, and never does cardio. I have a solution to the Mount Everest danger problem. We chop off a mile off the top of the mountain, so we just chop off. Just
How many miles is it?
Sawzall a mile. Just a mile off the top. Then we create better hiking and footpaths to the summit.
With handrails would be nice. Would
Nice
that kill
paved
anyone?
roads, rest stops, the Starbucks are two scenic overlooks.
Yeah.
All the pomp and circumstance.
You know what? How about this? They're doing this, and I actually did this in California. You can rent little scooters, like at Starbucks. You just go
Like
out
those
front.
bird scooters.
Yeah. You hop on that, ride it for as long as you want. It charges you a few bucks, whatever, and then you ditch it somewhere else, and someone else takes it. What if they had those on there? Take that right up,
Bird
man.
scooter at the summit.
Hell yeah.
That ought to make the trek to the summit much more inclusive and less offensive to the inexperienced climber. Let me know what you think. Yeah, good
Yeah.
idea, Jay.
Do we still have to take a Sherpa? Do I have to take a Sherpa?
Pa.
Do I have to?
I think you do.
Because I have to pay that fucker.
I think the
don't wanna
Nepalese
pay him.
require it, right? Isn't it
Dude.
just part of the deal?
Yeah, maybe.
I think they're. I don't know.
The Nepalese are fucking. I don't know, man. They're looking for too much money. It's all about money with the Nepalese.
All right, Mike writes in with a cool one about the guy setting himself on fire video, but we don't have time. We'll get to that tomorrow. I think we want to analyze this because he spots something. We'll get to that tomorrow.
In the video itself of him.
In
it's
the
a
video,
disturbing.
It is disturbing, and that's the reason why we moved on so quickly from it. But Mike has a question as to why we didn't analyze certain aspects.
Well,
I'm not sure I want to see it again, to be honest. But
knowing he dies, that's usually our breaking point.
Yeah, snuff film.
Yeah, if a guy falls off a building and hops up and walks away, it's the funniest shit ever.
Tire hits a guy in the back of the head, and then we learn thereafter he got up and walked away.
And we've watched that video. Pull it up, E. We've watched it 5,000 times. It's never failed. Never failed to make us laugh. But we've admitted, even after watching it a few thousand times, what if we were wrong and the true story is he actually died instantly?
I don't ever want to see it
changes
again.
that video completely.
Yes.
It's not nearly as funny.
The fact that the guy got up, walked away, that's it.
The video of the guy that's going to jump off the roof and lands on the gutter rail and immediately falls face first onto the cement, missing the pool. We don't know.
We don't know. And
the
that's
outcome of
troubling.
his
I've
life.
Not watched it since.
And we have not watched it since because it's like, no, he probably just face planted into cement and died. And so we won't watch that video again.
Oh boy!
But this, we're fairly confident.
Brazilian man gets struck by a flying tire.
I mean, it's just
walking along with his daughter. Oh, here it comes!
now, have you guys seen this video? Have you watched this before? Yeah. I mean, the things that are so perfect, seeing it come and hit and the dust flying.
Dude.
I love the guy that starts to run away in the background and then it's like, oh shit.
That's his first instinct. Get the fuck out of there.
This guy's more worried about the tire in the road.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. And that guy's not moving, dude. He is going to be he's going to be boarded. He's going to be boarded and taken off the field, right? He's not getting off under his own.
The energy that is taken out of that tire.
Look at Red Shirt guy.
Just amazing.
This is a 3-minute version. Have we ever played the 3-minute version?
I'm not sure we have.
Look at I wonder what the conversation is.
Please tell me they don't zip this guy up in a bag and take. All right, he's moving. He's moving.
He's not moving. He's not moving.
Oh my God, there's a blood pool. Oh, this changes everything.
No,
E.
no, hold on. E, get the fucking banner off the bottom. Oh, he moved a little bit. He's flinching.
He's flinching and he's bleeding out. Is that blood? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
blood. He's in a
dude,
pool
you
of blood.
plant your face.
No, we read the article.
Don't move him. He needs a
No,
backboard.
no, he needs a backboard. We can't move him. We know this. You don't touch him.
All right, he's up.
Oh,
He's sitting up.
fine.
Yes, yes,
he's got a bloody
sir.
nose.
All right.
He's fine.
Yes.
He's embarrassed right now.
He's just right.
He's embarrassed.
Feeling like Paul did when he stumbled the other day. Felt,
Yeah.
it's like, nobody wants to fall.
It's like, you all right?
All
Yeah,
right,
no.
we got EMS here, or SAMU,
Yeah,
whatever
we
you
got a
call it in
SAMU.
Brazil.
We got a SAMU. The SAMU just arrived. Lights are blaring, ready to take him to the hospital. They're like, what motherfuckers wasting our time for? This guy's sitting up. He's fine. Give this man a coffee. There's no urgency here. None. These guys, dude, they're like, he's fine.
He's absolutely fine.
Like, you know where you are? He's like, yes, inside work.
That's not a Brazilian accent.
I always thought he was Asian. Doesn't he look Asian? The way the tire smashes his head.
I think the video says it's in Brazil, so I'm going to guess he's Brazilian.
Yeah.
He could be an Asian in Brazil.
Yeah, why not?
You know, people-
What are Asians not allowed to travel
No,
to
they
Brazil?
totally are. I shouldn't have said that.
I bet there's a whole lot of them
I bet you're right,
vacationing
Mike.
regularly in Brazil.
I bet you're right.
Brazil's beautiful that time of year.
Lovely.
Look, it's just this one's eating ice cream, dude. We've never seen the extended version.
Yeah, he's fine. Thank God.
This is the album
This is
version.
great news, man.
Yeah,
This is great news.
you've panicked for a minute. You saw blood. He wasn't moving. You thought it was a snuff film. He's fine, dude. In fact, I'm gonna go as far as saying he's being lazy and dramatic right now. Like the fact that he's not on both feet right now, it's overkill.
Look at that blood pool.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Weird pattern of blood, but his face was there, so it wasn't able to pool where it centrally would if he was.
Samu's got this.
Yeah, Samu's got this. 192's on the case. All right.
Yeah, we'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
Very good. Here it comes. Heads up. Heads up.
God damn.
And I'm telling you, dude, he took all the momentum out of that tire. That tire was going to break a window for sure.
And this
It's
daughter,
going to break a window for sure.
this daughter is just astounded, like, oh my God, now he's on the ground. Now the father I was walking with is now face down on the ground.
And probably dead. Look
Look
at how much rotation and momentum he took out of that tire.
I know.
This tire is fucking wailing, and then his head takes everything out of it. Everything is taken out of that tire. And then watch the tire come limping back like a broken tire.
Yeah.
You know, like look at that.
God,
It's tire's done. The tire hits his head and it stops. It stops. Let it play for fuck's sakes.
Okay.
He's remarkably good at pausing it, though.
I know.
This video.
It's an
only
easy
this
pause.
video.
Look at that. It's remarkable. The tire.
Man. Man.
And then this guy's great concern. Where's the tire? Holy shit. Is the tire okay?
Looks usable. Looks like we could retread that.
It looks wobbly. You owe us, sir, for a new tire because that rim is bent.
What happened to the car that the tire came off of, by
It
the
just
way?
was whipping down.
Yeah.
Long gone.
I mean,
He's
something.
3 miles down the road.
Yeah, he's going to figure it out when he gets home. No big deal. All right, let's get out of here. Hey, another successful member Sunday. Thanks for Twin Peaks for coming in.
And thank you to our members, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for the support. Really
Ed
helps the
Grabo,
show.
you're a rock star and a hero. Costas, I will mention you too because you guys are members as well, and we love you guys. And thank you for everything you do for us. We, this show would not be here if not for all of you guys, and we mean that, and that's why we put this thing on. And hope you guys had fun and enjoyed the food and the drinks and everything else. We'll continue when once we turn the mics off. We'll have some more drinks too. So, thanks everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.